Hi, my name is Moses, and I have a confession to make. I lied to all of you, and it's time that I come clean. My first video to ever get over 1,000 views was the how much I spend in a week video. It was so exciting to go viral in my own way, but that video has been stuck on my mind ever since. I said something on that video that has been haunting me ever since.
So going forwards, I'm going to be putting a lot more focus on increasing my income than I am decreasing my expenses.
A lot more focus on increasing my income than I am decreasing my expenses.
I reduced my electric bill to $0. Two of my favorite things are saving money and smashing the like button. By putting solar panels on my roof, I'm saving money because I don't have to buy electricity anymore. And by making a video of this, you can now smash the like button. Go ahead, it's right about there. One of the biggest ways that we harm our planet on a daily basis is by using electricity. In 2019, the US used 4.19 trillion kilowatt hours of electricity. That's enough to charge 82.6 billion Teslas. The electricity that got produced with non-renewable sources like coal or natural gas produced 1.9 billion tons of carbon dioxide gas. That means that it takes almost 40 million trees just to offset the US's energy production. That's 2 Mr. Beasts worth of trees. Now, I want to make it clear that I'm not some hippy-dippy environmentalist all worried about the planet. I couldn't give less of a fuck about the planet. The Earth has been around billions of years before us, and it'll still be here billions of years after us. Don't worry about the planet. Be selfish. Worry about yourself. I already live in a desert that gets over 100 degrees in the summer. I don't need it getting any hotter. We also live in a constant drought that is only getting worse, and you know how much I love my drinking water. And rising sea levels? I'm actually not too worried about that. I live a mile above sea level, so I'll be fine. There's many ways that we can reduce the greenhouse gases that we're responsible for. Besides dying, the biggest way that you can reduce your impact is by reducing your meat consumption. It turns out cow farts are pretty bad for the environment, and there's a whole lot of cows out there waiting to become burgers. In that department, I'm already doing my part since I've been vegetarian my whole life, but I love cheese way too much to ever go vegan. The next best way that you can reduce your impact is by using less electricity. As an IT guy, that's not really the easiest thing to do. Every light in my house is an LED light, and all of my appliances are high efficiency. But then I still run a couple of servers 24/7, and I have a couple of high-powered computers that stay on most of the day for work. Since I can't really reduce that electric consumption, the best thing I can do is offset it. And I did that with solar panels. Already in the early stages of buying this house, I knew I wanted to throw some solar panels up on the roof. I just had no idea where to start. Then one day, a nice solar panel salesman came to my door. I handed him my power bill, he typed in some numbers into his computer, and it spit out what solar system I would need. Great, but I wanted to know more details about the actual system. He didn't have the answers I wanted, and neither did his supervisors. Then we got to the financials, and it was just completely absurd. He handed me a printout with all the financials about the system, and I really like math, especially the kind with dollar signs in it, so I decided to dive into the numbers a little bit deeper. First off, the price they wanted for the system was $18,150 for a 3.63 kilowatt hour system. That translates to $5 per watt. In case you're unfamiliar with solar system pricing, $5 per watt is a fuck ton. In the US, the average cost of a solar system is between $3 and $4 per watt, so we're already off to a bad start. Then on their printout, they say that your system is going to result in a 42.72% return on investment. Since the average stock market return is only 10% per year, a 42% return is incredible. The equation for return on investment involves a lot of dollar signs, so I really like it, but shit wasn't adding up. So I asked him, how is that calculated? He couldn't give me an answer. Return on investment is a very simple formula. In fact, I made a 3-minute video explaining it. I'll link to that right here and down in the description. You don't need a business degree to figure out return on investment. You just need to have graduated from the 3rd grade. The formula is the gain on your investment divided by the cost of your investment. In this case, they calculated that my electric bill would be reduced by $72 a month. Over the 25-year lifetime of the system, there's 300 months. So $72 a month saved for 300 months works out to $21,600. This is our total return. But over that period, you're paying $65 a month towards the loan. $65 for 300 months works out to $19,500. This is the total cost. So we would take the total gain of $21,600 and subtract that by the total cost of $19,500, and that gives us a gain on investment of $2,100. Then to figure out the return on investment, we just take the gain, $2,100, and divide that by the total cost, $19,500. That gives us a return on investment of 10.77% over 25 years. That's only a 0.4% return per year. So where'd they get 42% from? I have no fucking clue. Then this company's whole deal is you don't pay a penny out of pocket. And I thought, interesting, how do they pull that off? Well, they do this through a combination of tax credits and financing. Through 2022, the US government is offering a federal tax credit of 26% when you install a solar system on your house. A tax credit is much better than a tax deduction because it means your actual tax bill is getting reduced rather than your taxable income getting reduced. If you get a $1,000 tax deduction, that means that your taxable income is getting reduced by $1,000, and that results in a tax bill reduction of about $200 or $300. But if you get a $1,000 tax credit, your taxable income doesn't change, but your actual tax bill gets reduced by $1,000. Then on top of the federal tax credit, the state of New Mexico will give you another 10% tax credit. Not that they make it easy to get. Bureaucracy is always a nightmare to deal with. So with the ridiculous price tag of this system, the federal tax credit comes out to $4,719. The company then turns around and uses this tax credit as a down payment on the loan. This is where stuff gets really funky. In business school, they teach you how to use a finance calculator. But instead of paying tens of thousands of dollars to learn how to use a finance calculator, you can learn it for free on YouTube. You can also do all these calculations in Excel. I'm just more comfortable using the calculator. We're going to do a simple time value of money calculation to figure out how much this loan costs. That calculation uses this row of buttons. They advertise an interest rate of 2.99%, which is a great interest rate, but not at all accurate. We already determined that a 25-year loan is equal to 300 months. So we're going to type in 300 and hit N, which stands for number of payments. After the tax credit, the value of the loan is $13,431. So we're going to type 13,421 and hit PV, which stands for present value. Now last, they tell us that we will be making payments of $65 a month. So let's type in 65 and the negative since we're paying down the loan, and we'll hit PMT, which stands for payment. Now to figure out the interest rate, or IY, we're going to hit this magical CPT button, which stands for compute. And that gives us an interest rate of 3.19%. That's 0.2% higher than the advertised interest rate, which is an extra $420 of interest payments. And for all the finance majors watching this and thinking, oh, but that's the nominal rate, what about the effective rate? I'm glad you asked. Let's go back to the calculator. This time, we're going to use the interest rate conversion worksheet, so we hit second and ICONV. The nominal interest rate is given to us as 2.99%, and then we hit enter. Scroll down 2 and make sure that CY is set to 12 because there's 12 payment periods per year because there's 12 months. Then we scroll back up 1 and hit compute, and we get an effective rate of 3.03%. So they still did their math wrong. The more I looked at this sheet, the more I found wrong. Then I realized this company isn't selling solar systems, they're selling solar loans. They hope that people don't understand these numbers, then they charge you through the nose and scam you out of your money. They sell you an overpriced system, they tell you that you don't have to pay a penny out of pocket, they keep your tax credit, they put a lien on your house, and then they replace your electric bill with a solar loan payment for the lifetime of the system. Even with the tax credits paying down the loan, you're going to end up paying more than the system is worth over the 25 years. After taking a look at this shit show of an offer, my dad reminded me that we have family in the solar industry. So I gave them a call, and they put me in touch with Nexus Solar. The offer I got from Nexus was just incredible. I would get a much bigger and significantly better solar system at only $2.75 per watt. The whole system would only cost $10,725. That's a 40% discount from these other bozos. And as I crunched the numbers of this offer, it was something truly beautiful. I am now saving $75 a month on my electric bill, which is $900 a year. By installing this solar system, I got a $2,789 federal tax credit. Then from the state of New Mexico, I got another $1,073 tax credit. After all the tax credits, the cost of my investment came out to $6,863. That means that my annual return on investment is 13%. The whole process from quote to activation took just under 2 months, but the actual install itself only took 1 day. I got a time-lapse video of the installation process, and I'll link to that right up here and also down in the description. If you are considering getting a solar system, I would highly recommend it. You will be helping out the planet and your wallet at the same time. If you're in California, Arizona, New Mexico, or Virginia, then I recommend Nexus Solar. You can tell them that Moses Campbell sent you, and I'll get a $100 referral credit that I can then reinvest into my channel. Regardless of who you choose, just know that there's companies out there trying to scam you and make a quick buck, hoping that you don't understand what's going on. I just hope that this video sheds a bit of light on that practice and helps you crunch your own numbers to see if a solar system makes sense for you. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please like and subscribe to my channel. Let me know if you plan to go solar down in the comments. Don't forget to drink your water, and I'll see you on the next video.